Okay, guys, so I'm finally going to use this channel to do the very thing that I started this channel for, which is to advertise the games that my company, Darkwana Games, is in the process of making. Right now, I'm working on like 7 or 8 different games, and I'm pretty sure which one I want to make next, which is going to be King of Coasters. While I'm still playtesting this, I've pretty much locked down what the game will include, how the game is played, how you win, so I feel confident at this point making the first video to start discussing this game. Basically, the look of this game is definitely going to change, but I've learned the hard way. Cosmetic things need to come last because you're going to change so much stuff. Unless you are the artist and you just have tons of time to make art, you just don't want to waste time on this. This game, King of Coasters, is a 2 to 4 player game. It takes about 10 minutes times the number of players. It's for ages 13 and up. What the artwork will look like, I'm planning something with a little bit of a Willy Wonkish look to it. The way this game works is all the players have 10 turns to create the best amusement park. You're going to do this by collecting tiles that come in 2 different flavors. They are stores and attractions. The stores, you see a cost and an income. When you get the opportunity, and we'll get to how you do that, but when you get the opportunity to acquire a store, you have to pay for the cost right off the bat. Afterwards, you're going to get that store's income at the beginning of each of your turns. As for attractions, they don't cost you anything up front, but they have a maintenance cost that you're going to have to pay every turn unless you choose to close down the attraction. We'll get to that. And then the attraction offers points. And again, it's points, not the number of properties, not the amount of money you made. It's points that will determine who the winner is at the end of 10 rounds. You'll also notice that some of these tiles have special effects, interesting ways that they make their payout. Those should hopefully be extremely self-explanatory when they're played. So the game comes with 1 board, 50 asset cards, 50 tiles, and a yet undetermined amount of cardboard tokens to represent money. All players are going to start with $20, which will stretch to very unreasonable lengths. You set the board down, you determine what order the players will take their turn, then you shuffle up all these tiles face down. You don't want to be able to see which ones you're drawing. You'll take 5 of them at random and you'll set them out where everyone can see them. Whenever one of these tiles ends up getting purchased, it will be replaced by another random tile from the box. So the start of your turn, you have first a payday phase. Collect all the money you earn from your stores. On your first turn, you don't have any stores, so just skip this. The second phase is your maintenance phase. You have to pay all the maintenance for all of your attractions during this phase. You can also, during this phase, choose to close down any number of your attractions. And if you can't pay for them, you're going to have to. Not necessarily all of them, but enough so that you can cover the cost of maintenance. To close down an attraction, just flip it face down. Once it's flipped face down, it does nothing. It won't cost you any money, but it's not going to earn you any more points. First turn, you won't have any attractions yet, so you can pretty much skip this phase as well. The last part of your turn is your construction phase. This is the phase where you can pick one of those 5 face-up tokens and add it to the board under your ownership. When you add your first tile to the board, you have to pick one of the 4 start spaces on the board and place the tile on one of those. Make sure when you put these tiles down that they're always facing you. That's how you're going to know who owns which property. Now, in some cases, players will play this game at a booth rather than a table that seats 4. So you have 2 people on one side and 2 on another. During play testing, I don't say anything. I just kind of let them figure out how they're going to keep track of who owns what property, and for the most part, I really haven't seen this become an issue for anyone. Players are quickly able to figure out a way to keep track of that. Starting with your second tile, you can place it anywhere on the board, so long as it shares at least one side with one tile already under your ownership. Closed attractions do still count as being under your ownership, so make sure that when you flip them face down, they're still facing you. And you will notice that the board has some bonuses spread across them. Where you place your tiles allows you to cut other players off from certain bonuses and work your own way towards bonuses. Collect your cash, pay for your attractions, pick a tile. Whenever a tile is purchased, put a new tile randomly from the box onto the table next to the other 4 remaining tiles. You don't have to pick a tile during your construction phase. You can choose not to and just end your turn. You also have the option to take the 5 tiles that are face up up on the table, shuffle them back into the box, and replace them with 5 new randomly selected tiles from the box. However, you cannot reshuffle these tiles and make a purchase of one of those 5 tiles during the same turn. So if during your construction phase you choose to reload those 5 tiles, you can't make a purchase that turn. Every player does this 10 times and the game ends. The person with the most points is the winner. When you close down an attraction, you get an asset card. There's a few other ways to collect these. Asset cards can be activated at any point during the game. They can stack. You can activate an asset card in reaction to somebody else's asset card, and it's first in, last out. If card 1 is activated and somebody activates card 2, card 2's effect takes place first. I will keep you guys updated. I'm pretty excited about this one. I keep hearing players say, I know what I should have done in that last game. I know how I could have won. I notice that that's what makes a lot of games really addictive, is when you want to play again because I know what I should have done. Thank you.